Hello friends, I'm delighted to welcome you to this webinar on E2TallySoft, which is a software solution for automating Excel to Tally. We'll be covering three key points here. One, I'll give a brief introduction of what E2TallySoft is all about. Second, we'll discuss some use cases. And third, we'll look at the latest updates of release November 2020. Let's get started. This is a brief introduction about myself. I'm a CA with more than 35 years of experience and specializing in the area of data analytics and governance using COBIT. Since the last 10 years, I've been developing data analytics solutions primarily for CAs and CXOs. This is the vision of a company. We would like aspire to be a global leading solution provider in data analytics for empowering professionals to realize the potential by applying thought to technology. Our strategy is very simple. We develop innovative software solutions so that we can empower CAs and CXOs to harness the power of technology so that they can actually provide value addition using their business domain knowledge and expertise. Our approach is to ensure that CAs are able to scale up by implementing the relevant systems and solutions so that they can serve their clients in a shorter time with a greater value addition and scale up quicker by higher use of technology. Our solutions are made for the new age digital auditor so that they can future-proof their career and accelerate their growth towards success as a professional. Now let's look at what is the problem which E2TallySoft solves. Tally is an excellent software. You find that you have to enter data in Tally, and this data has to be entered, whether it's pertaining to masters or the transactions. You have to enter the transactions one by one, and it requires expertise by the accountant. He should know what entry to pass, which voucher type to select, and what is to be debited and what is to be credited. Now, the challenge is there a faster and easier way for creating the masters and entering the transactions in Tally in an automated way? Which means you got a structure or a template where you populate all the transactions in a structured manner, and you can import all these transactions, what will be the number of transactions at one go. Similarly, you can export the data of the masters of transactions from Tally to Excel in a few clicks. This is where our solution comes into the picture. E2TallySoft is an automated solution. It's an add-in software to MS Excel. It helps you in importing the masters and transactions of accounting, inventory and cost center, and bill-wise transactions also. And this can be done from MS Excel templates to Tally in a few clicks. To sum up, E2TallySoft is a software which enables automated conversion by importing information of the masters and the data from MS Excel to Tally in a few clicks. Let's look at what are the key questions and answers of E2TallySoft. Why should you use E2TallySoft? It supplements the powerful features of Tally with the simplicity of MS Excel. You can import to or from Tally thousands of transactions in a few clicks. Who can use? Any user of Tally software, whether it's an accountant or a business owner or an assurance professional or an accounting staff, can use E2TallySoft. How can you use? It's very simple. Select the modules or the functions from E2TallySoft and import the masters first, and then import the vouchers from the Excel worksheet into Tally, and you can do it in a few clicks. I'll give you a demo a little later and how simple it is to use this software. When can you use? Whenever you want to automate the transactions of the masters from Excel, you want to import all the transactions in one go into Tally rather than entering it manually. This E2Tally software would be very, very useful. For example, let's say a service provider who actually has a car garage. He services cars for which he has been provided a automated solution from, let's say, Hyundai, and they service, let's say, about 80 to 100 cars in a day. And for the servicing, the software from Hyundai takes care of all the billing and accounting as far as the servicing is concerned. They want to enter the transactions in Tally because Tally is their accounting software. Now what they're doing is they're manually entering the transactions, each of these transactions into Tally. Using E2TallySoft, they can convert, they can generate the report from the automated solution of Hyundai. For all the car servicing is done on a daily basis, they are able to get the report in Excel. That report in Excel, they can convert into an Excel template, which can then be imported, which means all the transactions which happened during the day or during the week, whether there are 10 transactions or there are 1,000 transactions, you can convert and import in one go in a few minutes. That is the magic of E2TallySoft. So you can automate import in bulk. We also had earlier input single entries, which has now been removed. You can import the masters or vouchers of accounting, inventory, cost center, or the bill wise. You can export masters also. Like for example, you can export the day book transactions or the masters from Tally to Excel. You can automate the documentation. Whatever process you're performing, it will be automatically documented. It maintains a log. You can generate specific company info statistics for and the index worksheets for the documentation. It also has features for validating the pattern for the PAN, TAN, GST, and etc. You can also export the trial balance in different formats. These are the 4 simple steps to use E2TallySoft. First, you open Tally, select the company and the period for which you want to import the data. Second, open MS Excel and click on the tab of E2TallySoft. Third, you click on the specific function and use the relevant options as required. And then you review the results and confirm whether the results you achieved are what you wanted. Now, these are the panels which are available in E2TallySoft. In each of the panels, there are multiple functions. I'll show you the software for those of you who have not seen it earlier. So you have the configure panel, profile, documents, template, validate, import to Tally, export to import, convert to vouchers, import from Tally. So let's look at importing masters and vouchers from Excel to Tally. Now, these are the 7 steps in which you can import, let's say, transactions pertaining to accounting, whether they're masters or vouchers. You open Tally and select the company in the period for which you want to import the data. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of the E2TallySoft. Download the template of the sample data of the masters, review and confirm, and add the relevant data in the relevant worksheet in the required format. And then you import the master data of the groups, ledgers, and the voucher types, which means first you import the masters. Second, you download the template of the sample data of vouchers, review the format, get the data of all the transactions in that particular format. And then you can import the voucher data, and lo and behold, you're done, which means your masters have been created. And now into the masters, you are importing all the vouchers. And let's say you're continuing this transactions, the company is continued, and there are transactions which are happening, and there are new masters to be created. The new masters as required will be validated and will be provided separately. And you can import this masters, the new masters only separately. So once you import it, you can check whether the import happened correctly by reviewing the statistics which is provided with the software. You can also look at the daybook to check whether data has been correctly imported. You can also look at the trial balance, the balance sheet, and the profit and loss account to confirm whether the data you want to import has been correctly and completely imported into Tally. So to summarize, let's walk through the steps one by one. Open the Tally and select the company and the period for which you want to import the data. Second, open MS Excel and click on the tab of E2TallySoft. You download the template and the sample data of the masters, review and add the relevant data in the relevant worksheets. These masters and vouchers could be pertaining to accounting. There are different formats and templates available for each of them. For example, if you have only accounting, you got a separate template for the masters and the vouchers. If you got only inventory, then you have separate templates. Inventory includes accounting. Then you also have cost center. Now this cost center could be including accounting, or it could be including inventory, or it could be accounting and cost center. So what will be the combination? We have a template ready. So you have to just populate the data and import it. Not only that, if you're not able to create the data in that particular format and you're getting the data in a standard format, let's say an e-commerce supplier to Amazon gets a report from Amazon about all the sales which has happened from the Amazon portal. Now he gets this report, and from these transactions which happen, let's say he can generate the report on a daily or a weekly basis. He would like to import these transactions, convert these transactions into Tally template and import it directly at in one go. You can do that. I'll show you a demo a little later. Or import to Tally. So these are the select masters you can do. So for example, in accounting, you got all groups, ledgers, voucher types, or inventory, you can import all of them, or you can import separately the units, go down stocks, and stock could be in groups or items. You also have the stock categories or the currencies. Similarly, for the cost center, you got the cost category and the cost center. 4, you import the master data. So it means there's a template for the master data. You use the relevant data, populate the masters, and then you import it. Similarly, for the vouchers, you download the template of the sample data and create the data, add the data, and then validate and import. This gives you a summary of what are the type of vouchers you can import. Step 6, once you got the data ready, you can validate the data. Validation happens automatically. Validate the data. Validation will ensure that the debit and credit is correct. The masters are available. So like that, there are multiple validations which are done. And then once the validation is confirmed, then you can import the voucher data. You also need to ensure that the numbering is chosen correctly. You can give the voucher numbering by default manually, which means you can say that these are the manual vouchers. In the Tally template, which your Excel template you're creating, you can give the voucher numbers manually and ask Tally to import as per this manual numbers, or you can set the configuration to automatic. In that case, what will happen is Tally, when it's importing, will automatically add the numbers sequentially. Then once you import it, review and check the results whether these are come correctly. Let me give you a quick walkthrough of the menus and functions of the software by taking you to our website. Let me start the Explorer. Just give me a minute. Right? Yeah. Yeah, now we got it. Let's come back and check. Now we want to go to our website, wincat.com. I'm coming to products and solutions, E2TallySoft. So when you click on E2TallySoft, this will give the complete overview of all the software, what the software is all about, what are the key issues, what are the 7 key features, how to use E2TallySoft, all the steps which I talked about. You also got videos which you can watch to get an idea about what, how the software works. Okay, you also have got recording of the previous webinars. And there are some user presentations which are made, which are also available. Now, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of how the software works, what you can do is you can go to the next one, which is an intro. When you click on the intro, this has images which give you a pictorial overview of what E2TallySoft is all about. Okay, you can also go to what is E2TallySoft, and then why E2TallySoft. You can click on this. It will take you to that particular images, which give you a quick overview of what the software is all about. Okay, how to use E2TallySoft. And you also have, let's say, functions. What are the functions which are available in E2TallySoft? Now this gives you what are the panels, what are the menus. Now if you see here, this is the software. E2TallySoft, as I said, is an add-in software. Okay, these are the panels which we talked about. And then you have, these are the menus. These are all the functions in each of these panels. So this gives you a complete overview of what this software, E2Tally software, is all about and what are the functions and features. I'm also trying to go live and check how this can be done. It looks like I'm not being successful in that. Let's see. Okay. Let's come back here. Let's go back to our presentation. Yeah. Okay. So I've given you a quick overview of what this software is all about. Now let's look at the key features which are added in the new release of 2020. So we'll look at two things. One is the enhancements and second is the bugs which are resolved. Enhancements, we've added the company name, workbook name, and the worksheet name in the documents of the activities log. Let me take you to that particular feature. Now, this is the functions which I told you. This is the list of all the functions which are available in E2TallySoft. So you'll find the software is very, very simple to use. Now, if you click here, or let's say if I come here and click on P, I should be able to get a list of all the panels which are there. And there's a brief description tells you what does the panel do. Okay, what you can do through this panel. And then next we have the menus. When you click on the menus, let's go directly to the functions. When I click on the functions, okay, so I'll be able to get a list of all the functions. So you see, which means there are totally about 49 functions. Now, if you see here, the list of the functions which are available, open Tally. Now, this is the activities log which I was talking about. Displays list of functions performed with the following function name, company name, and time, and the function is performed. Now, this is where you got the activities log. When you click on the activities log, because there are no functions performed, there are no tasks available. Otherwise, you'll have the list of functions. For that, I need to start Tally also. Let me start Tally. Okay, let's come back to our presentation. I'll show you this activities log a little later. The transaction, we found some cases there may be some cancelled vouchers and the company may like to import this particular vouchers with zero value. So we have provided an option. Earlier, zero value vouchers are not imported. Now we add an option where you can import the zero value vouchers also. Next, in convert vouchers, earlier what used to happen was any voucher you convert, you had to save that in a separate workbook and in a separate default, in a separate selected folder. Now we have added an option where you can save the converted vouchers in the original file which you imported, which means along with the original data, you can also save the result of that particular file. So this is where we had add an option called add a new option called current workbook so that you can save the convert data in the workbook with the original data itself. I'll show you a demo a little later. You can also convert the JVs. Now we had earlier, the statistics which are available did not display, especially for the purchase sales and the JV, purchase sales, and in some cases, the JVs and services, the total for each type of ledgers. Now we added that feature. For example, if you're importing sales, okay, in that case, sales, you want for all the columns, which means, let's say you have the total number of debits, not only total number of debits, you have the total of the SGST, CGST, IGST, you want the total, that is the count and the sum for each type of transaction, you'll be able to get in the statistics. Next, we also updated the convert to vouchers template. For example, earlier we used to have only format sales single, where single rates with column name could be imported. Now we also added a few more things where you can also do with single rate. Not only that, you can also import the sales. In the mapping voucher, we added two more new options. I'll show you the demo a little later. Similarly, in sales and purchases, we have added a combo box. Earlier, we had to select individually. Now we have added a combo box with multi-character selection. So it means when you type, let's say CGST, you want CGST, if you just type C, it will filter by C. And if you type G, it was going to G. Instead of that, now it will go to CG. So the selection of the ledgers, especially when you connect to Tally, becomes very simple. And you can select what options you want, the ledger selections which you want, much more quickly. Similarly, when we are reading the column name, there was an issue. So now we read the column name to identify the column name based on the full name, that is CGST and the SGST. We also added a sample template for multiple rates in rows. I'll show you that a little later. Facilitate the data entry with single click rather than double click. So when you have to create new accounts, then you had to double click on that particular option to enter. Now we made it single click, so it's much more easier to add. You also have copy and paste available in this option. Convert to vouchers, we have added the validation to ensure that if that option is selected and you are not selected the date columns, relevant columns, it will give you a message that the columns have not been selected. For example, let's say I'm importing accounting with bill-wise details and bill-wise are selected, but I have not entered the columns or selected the column for the bill-wise. It will validate and tell you that you have not added the columns for the bill-wise. Similarly, you have selected accounting with cost center. You have selected cost center in the checkbox, but you have not added the cost center columns. Then also validation is done. Convert vouchers in the sales of purchases. We had multiple rates in multiple column. We added a new feature to convert unique transactions in a single row in multiple columns. For example, earlier we had multiple rates in multiple column, which means the sales which was happening. Let's say you got the CGST at let's say 6%, SGST at 6%. Again, you had IGST, which was 12%. Then you had, let's say, IGST at 18%. And again, you had a breakup for CGST 9%. Like that, we had multiple rates. And these transactions, earlier what used to happen was there used to be only one type of transaction in a row. Now we have facilitated the import in such a way, conversion in such a way that you can add multiple transactions in a single row for the multiple rates as applicable. And the software will read column by column, row by row, and convert it based on the data which is available in that specific columns and rows. We also resolved some bugs which are there. For example, in configure tally, there is a bug. In Excel log, there is a small bug. So like that, I think any bugs which you have identified based on the customers reporting to us or based on internal testing, we have resolved the bugs. Okay, now let's go to the demo of import of masters to the transactions. Most of you, if you've seen earlier videos, you would already seen this. This is the demo of masters of transactions. So I'm not going to show this master transactions. You would have seen in the earlier webinar also I showed how you can import the masters and also import the transactions pertaining to accounting or accounting with inventory. I want to show you some new and interesting features now. For example, I want to look at demo of conversion of sales and purchases. Let me pick up the data here. I got this Excel file. Now here, let me go to one sample file. Now here, now if you see in this case, it's important to understand what are the data element before doing the import. Now this is a very interesting case. Now if you see here, let's look at this. You got the serial number. You know that each of the transactions should have a unique serial ID. So you got the serial number, you got the date, the party name is available here, voucher type. Now they want the voucher type, which means in the tally also the voucher type should be maintained the same way. You got the invoice number, the gross sales, CGST, SGST, and other charges, and the total sales. And you have the sales ledger. Now if you see earlier, we had this column name, okay, which means based on the column name, there used to be amount, there used to be only the column name of the ledger name. Now in this case, you got the ledgers are available in individuals, which means each of the row has their own unique ledgers. Now, how do you convert this particular transaction? This is what we wanted to check. Now, let me show you the result. This is one more case where we had the expense column. This is one type of voucher, the sales. Similarly, we had another type of voucher, which is the expenses. Here also, if you see in the ledger name for each type of expenses, under this column, that the software should be able to create for each of the transactions a specific ledger as given here. You also had the format 7, this one, format 6. These are the two different things. Let me pick up format 6 and show you how we can convert this data. Okay, now I'm coming to E2TallySoft. These are two new formats we added here. Now come to formats. If you come to format map vouchers, you see that we have added some new formats. Okay, I'm going to use this format map voucher. I say open. Do you want to open fresh sample data? Yes. Now you see here, we have got this format. These are the new formats, format 6, which has been added. And you also got format 7. Okay, now I want to convert these transactions. This is a credit ledger name and this is the debit transactions. Okay, now let's say this I want to convert. How can I convert this transaction? Let me show you. Now here each row has to be read and the party ledger name has to be selected. Now before doing any conversion, you should be clear about what format to use. It could be possible these transactions can be converted using multiple options. For example, in this case, I can use the purchase option and convert it, or I can also use the JV option and convert it. Okay, let me show you both the options. Let's say I take up the JV option. When I'm selecting the JV, I should be clear about what is the debit and what is the corresponding credit, and whether these transactions are one-to-one or one-to-many or many-to-many. Now, if you analyze this, in this case, what is the amount to be debited? The ledger name party, this office table has to be debited with 10,800. Okay, and the credit party who has to be credited is 3 million furniture. This is what we want to do. Okay, now let's come to the services JV option. Now, first I have to convert this data. For this, I use the map voucher function. Now I go to this, enter the company name. Let's say I enter the company name as ARA. Now this is, I'm not going to select any inventory or anything here. This voucher number, which is the voucher number. The serial number is the voucher number. Voucher type is already selected. Now here I should be clear about what is the ledger column type. Ledger column type is single. So in this case, it is single. Where is the ledger name coming? Okay, and the debit ledger and credit ledger are the same or in the single one. Okay, in this case, I got, and whether I have the debit and credit in a single amount or a different amount. Now here I've got single. Let's say the debit ledger name is the ledger name. Okay, now corresponding, if you see here, debit and credit, do I have a single column? I have got in a single column. Where is the single column? In this case, I have got this party ledger name. I go to the party ledger name. I select the party ledger name, and I also have to select where is the corresponding, whether it's a debit or a credit, which is that column where I got the debit and the credit. In this case, I don't have a debit and credit. I've got only a single split by debit and credit. So I don't have a single debit and credit. Okay, so where is this option available? In this case, I don't have a debit column. So let me select the debit amount. In this case, do I have a single debit amount or a multiple debit amount? I got only a single debit amount. So this the amount is available in the amount column. In this case, I should have the debit and credit, which is not available here. Okay, which means this particular format cannot be used unless I add the debit and credit, because this requires that I need to have the debit and credit. So whenever you got a doubt, you can just click on the quick tip. This will give you the quick tip of how this function works. Not only that, you can also go to the help of this particular function. Let's say I go to the help of the function. This will explain how this particular function will work. Now, if you see here, this will tell you with example how you need to select this. Okay, now let's come back. Let's close this option because this is not what we're looking for. Okay, now if I want to convert this, where I got a single debit and the debit and credit is available, we'll have to see which format can be selected. I'll come back to this later. Now here, if you see, I've got the debit amount and the credit amount. Let's go to this format and select this. Here, this should be simple. Here I've got the date, the voucher number, which is the serial number, or I can also give the voucher number which has been given. Okay, voucher type is taken. Now here, the selected ledger column, is it single or multiple? Now here in this case, it's a single. I give the ledger name, which is the debit ledger name. Okay, now here the debit and credit column is available in two places. So I select the column which has got the debit amount. I select the column which has got the credit amount. Right? Then I say convert. See, now it is already converted the transactions. I got the transaction ID, but it did not I think it did not get converted correctly because I did not select the option correctly. So if you are not able to select the option correctly, the result will not come correctly. So it looks like we have made a mistake. Let's check where did we go wrong. Let's come back to this format, map vouchers. Voucher number, okay, voucher type, select ledger column type. This is, I think, actually to debit ledger. What is the debit ledger? I got the debit ledger. Here I got the credit ledger, right? Now here we had the amount. Here we got, I think we can select only one amount. That's more than enough. You'll be able to take because both this amount are same. Okay, which means this will work even for the earlier format where we had the single one. Let's convert and see what happens. See, now we converted. So you need to keep on trying and check what is the result. You see, office table is debited and the corresponding 3 million furniture is credited. For each of the transactions, it has been converted and you're able to get the result. Now let's come back to a format 6 and check the same thing here. Now this is what we had. We had a single one here. I come back to map vouchers. Here, voucher number. I select the voucher number as the voucher number. Okay, voucher type is selected. Here, let's see what is the option here. Do you have the debit ledger name and the credit ledger name? Yes, I have got both of them. So it means I got debit ledger, credit ledger. So which is the debit ledger? Which is the ledger name? Who am I going to debit? I'm going to debit the party. What is this? This is a purchase. So it means I have to actually debit the ledger name and I have to credit the party ledger name. Right? And next I have to select the amount. There is only one amount column here. I select the amount column and now I say convert. Now this should be able to convert transactions. See, beautiful. So we got the transactions, select this one, converted. So it means in the case of the map vouchers, it directly converts these vouchers and gives you the result at one go. Okay, now let's close this. Let's look at a few more interesting cases. We already seen this. This is what I said is the format 6 and format 7. Same. Now this is a little interesting. Now here if you see we had this ledger name. This is pertaining to journal. How can we do this transaction? Let's see how we can do this transaction. I'm going to pick up the sales first and then we come to the purchases. Now here if you see I got the gross sales, CGST, SGST, other charges. Okay, and we got the total sales and the sales ledger is available here. I can do through sales or I can do through the services or JVs. I'll select the services or JVs. Now I give the company name. Let's say ABC company. Okay, voucher type. So this is the voucher type here. Okay, I have the voucher number, which is the invoice number. Narration, for the timing, I'm not giving any narration. Now let's decide what is to be debited in this case. Here, if you look at the transaction, this is where I said you should be very clear. What is that I'm going to debit? I'm going to debit this party. Where is the name of the party? Sales ledger UPL hiring. That is what is to be credited. Where is the party to be debited? Let's see. Party name is available. Total, which means I'm going to debit the party with the total amount. Is this what I'm going to debit? I'm going to debit the party name with the total value and credit. What is that I'm going to credit? I'm going to credit multiple. First, I'm going to credit the here party name. In this case, this becomes the sales ledger. Okay, and where is the amount available for the sales ledger? This will be the. Now you also have to be very clear what is going to be selected here. Here I'm going to select now here party. This should be the gross sales. Okay, now if you see the total here, no, is it the gross sales or the total sales? No, okay, it is correct. This is the total sales. So we need to be clear about the values. Okay, so it means party name is being debited for the total value, which means it's actually the gross sales. Okay, now here sales ledger. Now, in addition to this, I want the CGST, SGST, and other charges. Now, you see, Now you should be very clear about the logic. So before you convert, I think it's very important to get the clarity on what the entry to be passed. So if you're manually passing the entry, what would happen? There is a party name. The party name is debited with the gross sales with the total value 3,05,178. Corresponding credit will be to the sales ledger, which is UPL hiring. Then you got CGST, SGST, other charges, and the total sales. Okay, let's look at this and see how this particular transaction will get converted, whether it gets converted correctly. Okay, I say convert data. Now you see it's beautiful. No, we did not select correctly. So because we have selected the wrong column. So when you look at it, you find this transaction is selected wrongly. Okay, now you may convert wrongly, but when you import it, let's see the preview and see what happens. Now here also you find this transaction is wrong. So it means we should have debited we have selected the wrong figures. Actually, UPL Limited should have been 3,05,000 and this 2,72,000 should have come here. Okay, so you can validate, cross check what has happened, close it, come back and do it again. There is no problem. So yes, now I've got this again here, 3,05,178. Now come back again here. So there is some confusion with the total value and the total sales. Okay. We updated tally. That's why we are having some issue there. Yes. Voucher type. We got the voucher type. And then I got the voucher number, which is the invoice number. Okay. Now let's be clear about this one. Party name. What is the party name here? We already got the party name. What is the amount to be debited to the party, which is the total amount, which is 3,05,178. This is correct. This is pertaining to sales, which means I'm debiting the party. Corresponding credit, this is multiple. Here, I'm debiting the party name, which is the sales ledger, which is the sales ledger. And the amount for this is available in the gross sales, 272, correct? Yes, next, I have to select the CGST. Then I have to select the SGST and other charges. So, and please ensure that the data what you got, you get it right. Because once you get the data right, column selection right, then you should be able to convert it without any issues. I say convert, please enter the company name because it's going to be saved with that particular file name. I say convert data. Now you see, beautiful, you got it correctly. So the party's name is debited to 3,05,000. The credit is for UPL hiring, CGST, SGST. Now all these transactions have been corrected. Now let's look at statistics. This is what I was telling you. See, statistics, I got the sum of debits and the sum of credits. Okay, now I want to see the preview of the vouchers. These are the vouchers which have been created, which you can import into Tally. I can connect to Tally, validate whether ledgers are available, and then I can import to Tally. So now you see here, debit, credit, everything tallies perfectly. So what I do is like this is what option I told you, save in the current workbook. I say save. In this case, what will happen? The data will be saved. I don't need to open. So in the same format in which the data is available, this data has been saved. So this is called as service vouchers. You see the transactions have been done. In the same way, you can also do for the expense. But the only thing is the transaction will be the reverse. Okay, let me show you one last thing before we close for the day. So what I would like to do is I'd like to pick up this. This is the invoices to convert. I got the name of this parties here. Now let's look at, now there are multiple columns in this. So what is that I want to convert? I want to convert the sales here. Let me see how I can convert this data. Now we've got multiple rates here. Okay. Now if you look at the SGST rate, CGST rate, you've got multiple transactions. IGST rate is available. So I need to convert all this as one transaction, through one particular entry. Let me come back to eTallysoft. So these are transactions pertaining to sales, or these are pertaining to purchases. These are pertaining to purchases. Let's come to purchases. The same thing could be for sales also. So what you need to know is you need to connect, you need to select the correct transactions. Invoice date, invoice type has been selected. Let's look at this one. Invoice date, voucher type, yes. Invoice number is selected. Party name, where is the party name? Here I have got the supplier legal team as a party name, right? The credit amount will be computed automatically. What is to be credited to the party? Now this is multiple, okay, because I got multiple rates, multiple GST rates in multiple columns or single. Now here in this case, multiple GST in multiple rows. This is what is happening in this case. So you should know what is the transaction type here. GST purchases, which is the GST purchases? GST purchases here, if you see, this will be the invoice value. Where is the invoice value? Invoice type, item taxable value. Okay, CGST amount, SGST amount. You remember we said we're going to read based on this. We have read this particular amount. Cess amount is there. IGST amount is there. Now here, this is what is most important. I have to select the rate column. So let's say I select the rate column. So it is given a CGST rate. Now let's select the CGST rate. Now when you do this, it automatically reads the column and finds out what are the type of sales which has happened during the year. Okay, now CGST, SGST it's same, so which means you can select either of them, you get the same thing. Now here I have to give what is the GST purchase account which I got in Tally. Let's say I got a GST purchase 2.5. Okay, now this is where I have to select correctly. This is where I said we added a single click. I'm just going to, let me get this correct. Purchase. Right. So here, so I'm going to change this to 6. No, this was 2.5, right? And this is GST purchase. Let me copy this. I copy this here just to save time. Okay, I'm just going to keep it here. These are the different types of sales which happen. Now here I just go and change it to. This is how the sales, the vouchers are going to be created. For each of the rows, the transaction will be created exactly after reading the data. Okay, this is what you got now. 14. Now here I have to give the CGST rate. So this will be CGST 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to take this. So this, you can also connect to Tally. If you connect to Tally, directly you can go and pick the ledgers directly from here. Instead of doing this here, I don't need to manually enter. I can connect to Tally and directly take it here. So here I'm just creating this CGST 6. This is 9. And this is 14. Same way you select for the SGST 2.5. Okay, I'm going to copy this guy, SGST 2.5, and paste it here, and then I'll modify this. Now in this case, it's a little cumbersome because you have to get the data right. That's very important because the data is like this. So this is just to demonstrate, although the data is very complex, still you can copy the data. You can create the transactions, you can convert the transactions. I got this 14. Says I don't have any transactions. For IGST, I go and select the IGST rate. So there are no IGST transactions. So in that case, what I can do is I can as well go and say there are no IGST. I leave it here. So it means there are no IGST to select here. Otherwise, it will select a blank column, right? So before converting, it's very important to get the data type right. This is what you've done. All this exercise we have spent time now. Let's convert and see how the conversion will happen. See, it takes a little time, but let's see the statistics to check whether you got the data right. Now, if you see, this is what I said, additional statistics, the number of debits, number of purchases, sum of purchases, sum of IGST, sum of SGST, everything is taken. Now let's see the preview of the vouchers. Now you see, beautiful. So we got the parties amount which is credited and CGST GST purchases, GST, like that you got. In this case, there is a blank, which means you're not selected the correct column. So here again, we got this data correctly, because I think there is a cess which you're not selected. That's why we got the blank. See, all the data have been entered. So in all these cases, I think in cess, there is a particular amount which you're not taken. So you can go back, select the column, and automatically this will get selected. Okay. So this is how you can convert the data with combination, with multiple complications. You can convert the data and you can confirm whether the data is correct and complete, and then you can import. Okay. So this is what I wanted to convey, that when you are using E2TallySoft, you can pick up any transaction which is available in any format, ensure that you're able to use the right format, select the right columns, and you can automate the import of masters. So what you have to do is you have to ensure that the columns are converted in the relevant format, and then you can import it. This ensures that you are avoiding manual data entry. For example, let's say we take up this e-commerce store, that transactions for a year, maybe let's say 5,000 transactions, or they want to do on a monthly basis. Every month they have about 400 plus transactions. They're able to convert all the transactions in a few seconds and import all these transactions. Not only that, if there are masters which are missing, you can also create the masters in a few minutes. To summarize, why you need to use E2TallySoft? So if you want an automated solution where you want to avoid manual entry and you want to automate all the data entry from Tally to from Excel template to Tally, you can use E2TallySoft. So automation, as I said, requires preparation, which means you would have seen in the presentation, you need to ensure that the data is selected correctly. You use the right format to convert the data, confirm whether the data is correct and complete, and then only you import. So by using E2TallySoft, you can do more in less time. You can watch the demo of the E2TallySoft and also the webinar recording of the earlier webinars. So thank you very much. I hope this